So when we think of capitalism or money or the economy, and then we add the word slow onto that, what does that mean? What are you trying to do through slow money?
To me, speed, the speed of capital, the speed of information, say the speed of contemporary life, is arguably the most important, or one of the most important things we need to deal with. There's a quote in my book. I was just talking to David Orr, who's here, and I've said many times that maybe the best paragraph in my book was written by David Orr, which anybody knows I would not like to actually admit.
Right.
But it talks about an appropriate velocity for water through a landscape, appropriate velocity for money, and appropriate velocity for information. It just links the three in this beautiful paragraph. So if you just think for a second, without even filling the blanks in, what that might possibly mean. An appropriate velocity for water, an appropriate velocity for money, and an appropriate velocity for information. It just suggests that things are so fast and so out of control that it has destabilizing and degrading influences on all aspects of our life.
About how the Red Agricultural Land Trust was able to preserve the Dulcini farm, which had been in the family for 4 generations.
I don't believe in stressing the pigs. They eat regularly, they're taken care of, they have a warm place to sleep, and they get to run around.
We're at a moment in human history that I believe is more important than our walk out of Africa.
How is being a good steward of our country a worthwhile thing, whether you're Christian or whether you're atheist or liberal or conservative? Why is it important to everybody?
Well, I mean, we're all living here, and we're all one species, and we're all members of in some respects, in a generic sense, a common culture, and we are all in it together. And so, in a sense, there's no them or us. You know, that's kind of a nutty idea, really.
We've brought more socially responsible mutual funds onto the platform for the plan participants to invest in than anyone else. Leslie Christian just spoke from Portfolio 21, talking about how we're all investors. If you have a savings deposit somewhere, an open account at a bank, your money's being invested on your behalf somewhere else.
Sure.
And if you don't know where it's being invested...
So just a simple but big question is, what can our many readers do to kind of support, particularly around the issue of sort of the urban food deserts, and what is the problem and how can we support it?
Well, I think the problem is lack of access. I think lack of access to capital to be able to build institutions that reflect the community values. So oftentimes these communities are just forced to take what they're given. I think lack of access to capital to have the resources to...
You mean to start their own businesses?
To start their own businesses, or to even, subsidize or entice. There aren't as many tax credits as there used to be in urban communities to entice some of the larger firms to come in and really then enforce a set of values and help create jobs.
All right, well, I'm particularly honored to be here with a local, Michael Brownlee, local to me, Boulder, Colorado. So what brings you out here? Why do you care about what Woody and so many amazing people here are doing?
Well, the whole slow money approach has really changed our approach to localization, because it's gotten us to the point where we can bring the slow money consciousness into it, so we can create food localization as economic development in Boulder County. So as we've gotten into that, we've actually become one of the first 11 slow money chapters around the country. And
in terms of energy, in terms of what we're trying to do in farming, what we're trying to do in terms of banking, the way that we're trying to think is over a long period of time where we have a sustainable growth pattern that leaves the campsite better than when we showed up.